1050, 1050.
Hello YouTube, 1954 Hudson Hornet. I've decided to go ahead and follow through with it.
Why?
That means pulling the engine and the transmission and replacing gaskets and seals.
Oh, God.
Let's start a tear down.
Well, it's out now.
I've reached the top!
It's taking a leak all over everything, but it's out. And boy, what a mess. I'm sure these... Man, it's hard not to be negative. So, you go to tackle Hudson, you better be ready, because I ain't got I haven't gotten a single straight pitch off of this thing. Everything I've done's been a curveball. And the more I think about this motor and transmission, the less I want to put it back in. I really like it. It's super cool. But you talk about an awkward beast of a chunk of steel. I'll give everybody a good look at a 308 cubic inch Hudson 6-cylinder out of the car, because well, it's something I ain't been able to really find. Somebody added the AC on here. Look at the homemade bracket to the motor mount, which I thought motor mount was pretty unique. That's a steel plate with a piece of 90 on it that bolts to the front. We got a clamp. Here's a fuel pump. Dual or double action, whatever you gonna call it. So way down here in the dyslexic ADHD area, you got your, I'm gonna assume that's the oil pressure sending unit. We got this beautiful customary Hudson crack right here. That's all Hudson, 100% right there.
Oh no!
Apparently this is something that happens on virtually all of them. Here's another one, customary crack.
Oh no!
Beautiful. Just, if it didn't do that, you'd probably better pull this motor out and get rid of it, because something's wrong with it.
No, 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 no.
It's got a crack. It's got to have that crack. If it don't have that crack, it's probably not a Hudson engine. Goes beautifully. Almost, if they had designed it that way, it wouldn't have worked as good. It goes all the way across. And of course, where you would want it to leak exhaust, it doesn't. That's unlike any flange I have ever seen. This and this. You could probably send that to Europe in World War II, and it would have single-handedly defeated Adolf Hitler, that right there. But this right here, you can't send it to the store to get ice cream without it screwing up. And then you got this whatever here. I guess that's a crankcase and engine ventilation. I hear this is the transmission to have. I'm pretty disgruntled. I mean, the transmissions, from what I hear, was put into tanks. I don't know.
It's not true. It's not true? No. Okay, it's not true.
But I probably ought not brag on it too much, because it works really good up until the front, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know if these things even have a front seal. I guess it would have to. But there again, Hudson probably had some kind of state-of-the-art, over-engineered portal device that they were trying to press into the mainstream automotive industry, kind of like Stargate or Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever. It goes through time, space, and turns the transmission.
Helm warp 1, engage!
So that's yet to be seen. Starter, that's been a good starter. The canister oil filter, I've changed the oil twice in it. Let's see. We got these little funky linkages that have to be ever so gingerly.
Nobody moves, nobody dies.
Adjusted, otherwise you'll pop through your gears pretty quick and be in high gear. And honestly, I wouldn't have pulled the thing if the rear main seal wasn't leaking. I would have left this bad boy in there and drove her like she was. It didn't smoke. didn't knock, didn't leak, just that rear main seal. And finally, well, I mean, I've drained all the oil out of it and the thing's still leaking. So that'll tell you how bad the rear seal is on it. Up here we got a power steering pump, and then the alternator conversion I did, and then your other motor support. It's pretty cool looking at the car. Here's another thing that I just ain't been able to find, and that's somebody that's done a video of their engine cradle. I'm sure one's out there. Like I said, I just can't find it. So it's a subframe, kind of like a Camaro, second gen Camaro or whatever. They got these little, I don't know what you call them. They look like they're in the shape of an A, so I'm just gonna call it an A brace. And then down here, here's a motor mount that was, it wasn't motor mounting no more. That right there would explain a couple things, which I never got on the thing hard enough to cause it to raise up. Somebody did though. The power steering, that was pretty cool. So it's got the little box down here, and I had a 72 Maverick that had something similar to that. It wasn't actual power steering, and I don't know if you would consider this actual power steering or if you would consider it steering assist. I don't know, but it's got a huge cylinder on it, and that obviously runs to two big old hoses that go up to the pump. And I, for the life of me, can't figure out why this old thing's got so many humongous heater hoses. These two are for the AC that was on it, and these two were for the heater core. But for some reason, this one comes out, and then this one doubles back, and then it comes out over here. I don't know. And then you got this big old gawky vacuum canister here. So I hate this video is going to turn out so short, but this has took me a week of spare time. Not really pull out a 4 billion pound, 87 foot long 6-cylinder kind of guy. But I am a go outside in 12-degree weather and roll around on dirty concrete kind of guy, apparently. So there you have it. The next thing I would like to do is turn all this brown stuff into really smooth, clean black stuff. And yeah, I've been through a lot with this car, and going to keep on going. I think the question at this point is, do I keep the 308 or do I go with a later model engine? And the more I study on it, and the more little headaches that I come across trying to keep this 308 going, the more I'm leaning toward a later model engine. At any rate, I don't know. I may get gaskets and seals and put in this thing and put it back in. At any rate, I want to share this little video that I put together of what may be this Hudson's last run with its original engine. So here we go. next video on this car, we'll just keep on Hudsoning, as the term is. Hudsoning. Appreciate you.